Alright, let's get real right now. You're stuck. You're not where you want to be in life. But you are the only one that's holding you back. Let's be honest. Your self-talk is shit. You could be so much. You could do a limitless amount of things, but you are the one that holds yourself back, and it's all because of how you talk to yourself. Life really just comes down to what are you telling yourself, right? What do you believe about yourself? And not just like what you want to believe about yourself. Analyze, really examine, what do you believe about yourself? And not just right now when you're sitting watching this video, when you're out there in the wild, when you're facing challenges, when you're living real life, start to analyze. How are you communicating to yourself? What are the subconscious reactions that you have when you're really in the thick of things? And what's crazy is that I believe that we can get to a point where we can actually manipulate our moods. We can put ourselves in any kind of mood that we want. I didn't want to really record this video. I had to put myself in the mental state. I had to get motivated to record this video. And when you can control your emotions, when you can control your internal state, that's when I feel like that is really the key to creating this whole entire life, right? But we are a victim to our moods. We get in tough situations, we get in nervous situations, and we break down. We become a shell of ourselves because we're so scared. What if fear couldn't hold you down anymore? What if you were fearless? What could you really do? What's crazy is that your mind reacts to what your body does. So just do me a favor and smile for a second. Just smile. Force a smile. Now feel the difference in your body. I swear it's impossible to be negative or depressed when you smile. And yeah, it might be faking it. But I heard someone, I think it was someone on here, and they were saying, smile into your organs. Smile into the muscles that are hurting in your body. Feel yourself smiling into them and pushing that smiling energy into them. Your organs start to operate more efficiently. It's like you're giving all the cells in your body a direction. Okay, be happy, be calm. Throw that smile into an organ, and you can literally feel the difference. But I've had a long week. I'm tired, and I didn't really want to make this video, but I knew I had to make it. So I just closed my eyes. I entered a state of peace, and I let all the other stuff that I was worrying about throughout the week, whatever, I just let it all go. I started breathing deep, and I released all of the limitations that I was holding that would stop me from making the video. I just released them. That's what I visualized. I released them, and I felt myself expanding. And I slowed everything down, and I entered a state of relaxation, and I was like, in that state, I was like, I can do anything. We are either in control of our thoughts or our thoughts are controlling us. It's one of two options. To really get to where we want to get in life, we have to control our thoughts. And when we get to a place where we can create emotions, any emotion that we want on command, that is I feel like becoming like a guru, like a sensei, really gaining control over this reality. No longer are you a victim to what is going on outside and you're out of control, but you are creating everything from the inside. And you'll start to realize that the inside, what you're feeling on the inside, is then going to be reflected on the outside. When I get into situations where I'm nervous or when I'm feeling less than or inadequate or whatever, I have to consciously notice what's going on and remind myself. I have to recenter myself. I have to take control of my posture. I relax my body. I shake it out. I stay loose. I relax my jaw. I slow down my breathing. And when we're nervous or when we're scared or when we're anxious, our mind is speeding up. It's going through all the possibilities of what could go wrong. But when we break that cycle and we take control of our body, our mind will follow. But if you really want to change your self-talk, you can't really just fake it. I think what happens is you can kind of fake it at first. But if you don't get proof that that is really true, then your subconscious is not going to believe it. No rewiring or changing of the self-talk, changing of the negative self-talk is going to be done. So if I keep telling myself, oh, I'm capable of doing public speaking, but then I never go and do public speaking and learn about public speaking and maybe fail a little bit with public speaking and kind of build that confidence, get some reps and really like start to grow within that, then subconscious isn't going to believe it. So first it really starts with realizing that we are sovereign, we are free enough to choose what we believe about ourselves. And it is possible to change our beliefs. It's possible to change our self-esteem. And it starts by telling yourself that you're capable of making the change. But then you got to go out in real life. This is the part that we're missing. It's like you can say all the affirmations that you want, but if you don't get some kind of proof of that affirmation, it's never going to work. And so rewiring the inside and then doing things on the outside, taking action on the outside and pairing the two, that's when you're going to start to build confidence. That's when your self-esteem is going to shoot through the roof. But some of us are so far gone, like we are so stuck in our suffering. We are stuck. And somewhere along the line, we just like lost all hope. Like we lost all the belief in ourselves. And I feel like our mission is to uncover, recover our limitlessness. But if at a subconscious level you're addicted to suffering, like start to really notice what's going on under the surface of your mind, right? What's going on there? Maybe I'm just attracting suffering to me because somewhere along the line, a trauma, like a habit I picked up as a kid, told me that I could not get anything in life without suffering. And I don't think that's true. If you believe that's true, then that's true for you. Or maybe your self-esteem got knocked down so much when you were a kid. And when we were kids, our self-worth was determined externally. We gave up our power and we let other people determine our worth. So any comments that people made, we just took them on as true, right? But as an adult, it's our responsibility to realize that no validation is going to come outside. It's got to be created inside, or else we're never going to really break out of these negative patterns. We got 50-year-old, 60-year-old adults that have never worked through their insecurities. When are you going to do it? Are you just going to live your whole life? And then you're going to get to the end of your life and you're going to be like, bruh, I was overthinking the shit out of those insecurities. So I'd be like journaling. And when I was really rewiring a lot, I would do all these I am statements like, I am powerful. I am a leader. I am disciplined. I am like funny. I am intelligent. I am capable. I am capable of achieving X, Y, and Z. And I would start by writing that down in the morning, and that would set the tone for the rest of my day. Because every time throughout the day, when we're just living and we come to a crossroads where we could either step into that new version of ourselves or just stay stuck, do what's easy, and keep repeating the cycle of the known. When you get to a place in your life like that throughout your day, then you can make a conscious decision to change and rewire yourself. And doing that over and over again, stepping into the most powerful version of yourself, stepping into who you truly want to become. It requires tons of conscious choices, becoming aware of what you're operating on unconsciously or subconsciously, and consciously making new decisions that will feel weird at first, but eventually they will become part of you. And that's when you completely change how you talk to yourself. We really just got to realize that we have control over this. We have control over this. And this creates everything for us. Like I talked about in my last video, we're all living in our own separate universe. Our mind, like our perspective, determines what we see. And we all have slightly different ways that we see the world. But that's our truth. We all have all these different truths. And we can really choose to believe whatever we want. But we're not realizing the magnitude of that. We got to take control of what's going on in here. That's it. And how do you respond to mistakes? How do you talk to yourself when you make a mistake? Do you say, some people say, I'm dumb. Oh, how stupid of me. Some people say, I'm getting old, right? Getting old. That will accelerate the aging process. If you say you're dumb after making a mistake, you're reconfirming that you're dumb. Instead, try saying, first laugh at yourself, like give it a laugh, let loose a little bit. Everyone screws up. Let go of the perfectionism, because you're never going to grow if you stay perfect in your comfort zone, and say, okay, mistake. It's cool. I'm learning. This is how I'm going to grow. When you change your reaction to failure, because really we're afraid to fail, and that fear of failure is kind of the underlying fear of failing is dying. And what I mean by that is really we're afraid to put ourselves out there. We're afraid to mess up in front of people. We want to really uphold this image because in an evolutionary sense, the screwing up could mean that we die, right? But no longer do we have that fear. No longer do we live in the wild. Like we have a super comfortable life. And all of these fears are really artificial. Really, it's either we have success or we have a learning experience. That's it. There's nothing really to be scared of at all. But our fears keep us trapped. So that was a lot. Hopefully it helped. Peace.